1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins and Trevor.
Women do actually multitask better than men. The research shows there's no significant difference between the ability of men and women of the sexes to multitask, because basically in many ways it's a myth. I mean, and the little bombshell she threw in at the end was that in fact some of the research might just suggest that men are slightly better than women at multitasking, but I think, Cuz, we won't dwell on that point too much. We could get ourselves in problems. But essentially, she says that, you know, it's a myth that there's one set of the sexes better than the other.
Right.
And it's actually, to come more to the point now, the myth about multitasking is that although we think we're pretty good at it, we can do it, in reality we can't, because the human mind and the brain are just not architecturally equipped to do or think more than one thing at a time, which seems a bit strange because we tend to think, well, I do a lot of things, but we're not able to focus on more than one thought, you know, simultaneously. It's just impossible. And if you think about that, I looking at you, you look as if actually you're listening. I hope you are listening to what I'm saying. I mean, but equally, you could be looking at me and thinking what you're going to have for dinner later on. And therefore, and if you think about that, you can't really listen to what I'm saying and focus and concentrate and also think about something else. We're not able to give ourselves over to two different types of thinking or tasks, any tasks that are there. So it becomes a bit of a myth that we can ever multitask. But of course, like most things, there are exceptions. For example, if we are well practiced with experience of doing a particular task, then of course we can do something else at the same time. Now, a good example perhaps is driving. Most of us drive, and in the early days when we learn to drive, it can all seem impossible. You know, you've got to think about this, that and the other. And it's all very complicated for our minds to take on board. But once we master it and then we get some experience over years perhaps, we don't even really think about the actual mechanics of driving a car. So we might talk to a passenger while we're driving, we might sing along to a song on the radio, and therefore we are, in real terms, doing more than one thing at once. But it is only the question of things that come automatically. And you might also add on the driving that it isn't just about, you know, manoeuvring a vehicle. That's the easy bit. You've also got to have very much a focus on somebody could walk out in front of you or someone could pull out, all that stuff, which is reading the road, I suppose. And whether we're fully doing that when we're chatting to someone else, hopefully we still are. But of course, that's why we're not allowed, quite rightly, to speak on a phone, to hold a phone, certainly. It's almost a bit surprising, in my view, that we're allowed to ever speak on the phone, even hands-free, which is what perhaps many of us do from time to time, because research has constantly showed that when you're listening on talking to someone in a conversation, like on a phone, rather than just in person, your whole focus is on what.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon. Hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Cuz does. And fund the aim of everything Cuz does.